I'm sitting on my blanket, sandwich halfway to my mouth, and this woman, who I have never seen in my life, plants her hands on her hips and goes, "You need to pack up. We had this spot reserved." Reserved, a public park. So, context. It's a Saturday in late spring, the first genuinely nice weekend after 2 months of rain. I got to Riverside Park early, like embarrassingly early. I'm talking 9:15 in the morning, hauling a tote bag, a blanket, a little portable speaker. I found the good spot, the big flat patch near the oak tree, away from the playground noise, shaded just enough. I set everything up, I read for an hour, I ate half my lunch. I had been there for almost 3 hours. 3 hours. Then this woman rolls up, maybe mid-40s, two kids trailing behind her, a wagon stacked with gear like she's moving in permanently, and she just stands there, staring at my blanket. I smiled. I figured she was looking for a spot nearby. She was not looking for a spot nearby. So she hits me with the reserved line. I blinked. I said, "I'm sorry, parks don't take reservations. I've been here since 9." And she waves her hand like I've said something adorably stupid. "We come here every single Saturday. Everyone knows this is our spot." Everyone knows. I looked around. There was no one nearby to confirm this alleged community consensus. I said, genuinely trying to be reasonable, "I understand you like this spot. It's a great spot, but I got here first today, so?" She cut me off. "My kids are used to setting up right here. You're going to upset them." I glanced at the kids. They were looking at a bug on a stick. They were fine. I offered to scoot my blanket a few feet left so there'd be room for both of us under the tree. Plenty of shade, plenty of grass. She looked at my offer like I'd handed her a used napkin. "That's not how this works. We need the whole area." Beat 3, and this is the one that got me. She actually crouched down, picked up the corner of my blanket, and went, "You can move over there," pointing to a patch in direct sun, nowhere near the tree, right next to the trash cans. She picked up my blanket. I took a slow breath. I set my water bottle down very carefully. I said, "Please put that down." She did not put that down. She dropped it, but like she dropped it on purpose, let it crumple, which somehow felt worse. And then she fully turned up the volume. "I don't know who you think you are, but I have 2 children and we have been coming here for 4 years, and you sitting here is incredibly selfish and inconsiderate." People on nearby blankets started looking over. She kept going. "Normal people share. Normal people are considerate, but I guess that's just too much to ask." And that word normal, that's the one that did it for me. I stood up. And I said, completely level, not yelling, just, "Done being pleasant. You touched my property, you insulted me twice, and you're trying to bully a stranger out of a public park because your routine got inconvenienced. I'm not moving, not an inch, not to the sun, not to the trash cans, nowhere, we're done talking." She opened her mouth. I picked up my book, sat back down, and opened it. Not to a page I was actually reading. Just open. Done. She stood there for a second, sputtering, and then goes, loud enough for the whole area to hear, "I am going to find someone who works here and have you removed." I said without looking up, "Good luck with that." She marched off toward the park's maintenance building, wagon rattling behind her, kids now actually paying attention. 3 or 4 minutes later she came back and she did have someone with her. A parks department worker, vest, clipboard, the whole thing. I watched him walk over. She was talking the whole way, gesturing at me, gesturing at my blanket. He listened. Then he looked at me and said, "Did you pay for a permitted event space today?" I said no. He turned to her and said the same thing. She said, you could hear her voice climbing. "We don't need a permit, we come here every week, ask anyone," he said very calmly, very clearly, loud enough that the family 2 blankets over definitely heard it. "Ma'am, public park, first come, first served. There's no reservation system. If she was here first, she has the spot. I can't make her move." Silence, real silence. She looked at him. She looked at me. I looked at my book. One of her kids said, "Mom, can we just go by the fountain?" She slowly, without another word, turned that wagon around and walked away. The parks guy gave me a small nod on his way out. A couple from nearby actually slow clapped, which honestly felt like a little much, but I'm not going to pretend I hated it. I sat there the rest of the afternoon, finished my book, ate the rest of my lunch. And yeah, I did turn my speaker up just slightly once she was gone. Was that last part too far? Honestly though, what would you have done? Comment below.